Okay, so I just want to start out, Ethan. I think we had a question during the F8 conference where I kind of said, Facebook has given all of these opportunities to these big companies to try out the APIs. When are they going to help out the little companies and give us the opportunity? And I think today that's the answer to that question. Everybody said you kind of skirted around the question. I said, no, Facebook heard us. And I'm personally very grateful to be at an event like this, to be able to be surrounded by Facebook people. And a lot of us are little developers. This is amazing. Thanks a lot. So the app that we worked on is called 6 Degrees. I say resurrected because a guy named Carl Bunyan, who we're very grateful to, made this application, and it got shut down because he was caching data beyond Facebook's policy. I guess it was 24 hours at the time. And now, what's that?
Not anymore.
Right, and plus we have the real-time updates, which is fantastic. We can just use that real-time update to grab the data. And that was Carl's main problem at the time. I was like, well, why didn't you just, pull the data back in? And he said, oh, it would have been too much of a pain in the neck, and I've got other projects. So we asked Carl if we could build this, and he said yes. And why did we decide to do this? Why this application? Well, for money and love. And not for us as programmers, but for the entire Facebook community. And let me show you how we think this works. I personally use this. On LinkedIn, I have a meeting with Bob Smith, a marketing executive at a big company. It's really important that I do well in this meeting. So I search through my LinkedIn network and find out that he's a friend of a friend. I could pick up the phone and find out if this guy can make an introduction. Another place where you find this is on a small world. And this might be a case of love. You meet someone on Small World, you're chatting with them, you want to invite them to your party, but you think they might not accept the invite. But you're directly connected to this person through a friend. I don't know if you can see it up there. Elaine and Heidi are friends of mine, and maybe they could invite Sylvia to this party. On Facebook, no money, no love. We don't have the application right now. So what we want to do is bring this back, and this is how we envision it would work. It starts out with just a little search box up there. And if you type in that search box, you can't really see it over there, but as you type in someone's name, it drops down a list. This is pretty much the same as the Facebook friend search up there. This would drop down all of the names that are in the application. If you clicked on that person's name, you would immediately get the results, but let's say instead you wanted to see more results. In that case, what you'd get is a list where you could refine the people that you're searching for by location, school, or workplace. Maybe enter an email address. Or if you already found the person, you could just view the path immediately. You could see what degree they're related to you in the network. Maybe they're not even in your network. And if you click on one of those people, you would get to see how they're connected to you. So I'm connected to Dave, who's connected to someone who we can't see right now, who's connected to this Anne that I want to get in touch with. And as Josh mentioned, we thought of, one of the criteria was how it would do in the marketplace, and so we thought of that as revenue. How are we going to make money off this app? And so we kind of threw this in at the last minute, but I really like these ideas. I don't know if we would use all of these in the final application, but we've got the idea of using Facebook credits to see the missing link. Maybe a sponsor would pop up a message and say, this friend actually plays this game. Maybe you'd want to get on the game and connect with her there, or this person who's not your friend yet. You could click here to watch an ad sponsored by somebody and see a shorter path to this person, or use Facebook credits to do the same thing, or maybe you want to use Facebook credits to get rid of these ads completely for like a month or 6 months or something. Our roadmap for this is that we'd like to provide a RESTful API for other applications to use. I've given the names of the people who gave these ideas, because these are not all our ideas. A lot of these we got from the wiki. So the idea here is that, for example, you're in a game and you're playing a game with somebody, and maybe after that game's over, the game would want to show you how you're connected to that person. Also, we've got the idea of 6 degrees for pages. How many degrees am I from liking the Coca-Cola website based on network of friends? Types of connections we could add to this. So how people are connected to each other, and how you met somebody. So people could record how they met somebody originally. right now I might be first-degree friends with Carla, but I originally met Carla through Jeff, who knows Cindy. The technology that we've used in this, oops. Obviously, the Facebook Graph API, plus some FBML and FQL. The Facebook real-time updates we'll use to get updates of people's friends so that that information always stays fresh. The Facebook URL linter we plan on using later tonight if we get to go on. The OQ graph engine for MySQL makes searching through the graph very, very quick. It's a pretty cool little tool. You just put the connections into the graph, and with a simple one line of SQL, you can find all the paths or the shortest path. And of course, the classic LAMP stack on Amazon EC2. And the team, all of these guys, it's the first time we've ever worked together. We've never written a line of code together. And we are even struggling trying to get Git and GitHub working this morning. So these guys did all of the work. Guys, why don't you stand up and show everybody yourselves? All right. And
what's the current implementation?
The current implementation is, what we've got is we have a simple search. It's kind of tough to see, it's off to the side here, but we've got a simple search box there. And if I type in a name, I can find this person who's 4 degrees away from Tom, whose data this is based on now. And then we can see that Tom is connected to Helena through Alex, Chris, and Amy. And that's what we have so far.